I love obsessing over negative comments and being like, well, why would they say that? Hi, everyone, or every subscriber that is watching this, and random people, not everyone. Hi, welcome to my channel where I believe that if you have a beautiful mind, you will have a beautiful life, because if there's something wrong in here, there's something wrong out here. Yeah. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, whatever if you want. If you don't, peace out. Thank you for stopping by. Deuces. This video today is for you and me. I needed to make this video and post it and do research on it because I need it. I need it. And I'm glad that I did my research, and I'm glad that I went down the rabbit hole of this question. And my question is, why are people mean for no reason? Recently, I quit my job. If you don't already know, this is a video. I quit my job, and I'm trying to make content to put myself out there and embarrass myself. I don't want to say embarrass because I feel like I'm putting too much weight behind it and I'm setting myself back. I'm not giving myself enough credit. Certain videos or what I'm doing right now doesn't determine my worth. It's just the fact that I need to make income somehow and I want to help people. So clashing that is content creation and via video. And I have other things that I want to do, but this is a thing that if I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it. If I want to be a content creator, I gotta create content. Therefore, I gotta put myself out there. Even though I don't get that many views, let's say 10 million, it's not good for my mental health that I literally go onto people's comments and I scroll through comments, and I love obsessing over negative comments and being like, whoa, why would they say that? That's so mean. Oh my God, people are so ridiculous. Oh my God, this and that. And I just kind of judge them. People are really ridiculous. I don't know if you lose time in comments. I've spoken to people. I'm like, did you read the comments? And they're like, you read the comments? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I can't just look at a post and not go down to the comments. It's not a thing for me. I will stop because it's just negative impact on my life. So with that being said, like, I take it to heart for the creator. You know what I mean? I always have. And recently I've been getting negative comments on my YouTube shorts because YouTube shorts reach out to other people. I had this girl say, well, you shouldn't be teaching people about stretching because you're not flexible at all. Look at that. That's a V. Bro, and my ego in that moment, I had to quite literally stop what I was doing and breathe. I breathed because, one, I didn't want to respond to her comment in a negative way. I want to be an example and live, breathe, walk it like I talk it. I don't want to be a hypocrite. You know what I mean? But I'm a human. Of course, that's going to rub me the wrong way that she said that. I'm like, there was a part of me that wanted to screenshot it. I was a dancer for 10 years and I do yoga consistently. The reason I chose that pose specifically was because I know that specific pose doesn't look great, and I want people to understand that you don't have to be flexible to stretch. It's uncomfortable. Stretching is uncomfortable. That was my whole point with picking that specific pose, and the fact that she was tearing it apart and she was telling me, it really just rubbed me the wrong way. And then yesterday I had some girl be like, well, you need to put a shirt on, and I'm just like, bitch, these are my nipples. These are my nipples. Yes, these are my nipples. And she's like, you have too much energy. I don't care. And she's like, it's embarrassing. I'm like, you're embarrassing. You know, that is why I need this video, because I'll tell you why. Because the more that you understand a problem and detach your emotions to it, you can not react. You could choose wisely what action you have to do next in order to better combat that in the future. So now, knowing what I know and what I'm gonna tell you and what you're gonna know, maybe people's negative comments won't affect you anymore. Obviously, they're gonna sting. They might sting. It might take some time. Rome was not built in a day. You can't just, oh yeah, doesn't bother me anymore. It's a gradual thing. I don't know if you've ever been hiking, but I'm gonna tell you from experience. I went to Ireland. It was great. If you've never gone, go. Don't litter, please. Leave it beautiful. It's nice and green and everything's great. And people are so nice, so be nice. Yeah, okay. I went hiking in Ireland and it was like a mountain and it was a cliff and like the ocean or whatever. And I remember looking at where we were heading And I was like, oh my God, that is far as hell. Okay. And it was high. Like, baby, you could see the clouds were on the mountain. They were on the spot that we were going to stand on. Right. And when we finally got there, I was like, oh, we're here. From back there, it looks crazy, but from here, I'm just here. So I feel like that's kind of what healing is. You start doing the work, and then one day you just wake up and you're like, that I'm here. I'm here. How did I get here? So it's like also looking at yourself in the mirror every day. You don't see yourself getting older, but one day you're gonna look in the mirror and you're like, whoa, I'm older, man. I'm 50 years old, man. I say that to say that this is probably going to still bother me every once in a while. The comments aren't going to stop. Mean people aren't going to stop existing. So I need to shift myself and my perspective on how I view said people, because I'm not going to be sour, baby. I'm not going to stop believing in myself because you want to be rude to me. I'm not going to stop doing what I'm trying to do and trying to live my life as freely as I can as a human being, as my birthright, because you have a problem with nipples. I don't care that you got a problem with nipples. You got nipples on your body. Your mama got nipples on your body. Your daddy got nipples on his body. What the fuck is the problem with the nipples? I don't get it. 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 Okay? The reason, I'll tell you why. The reason that people are mean is because I wanna tone it down for this a little bit, because I don't want to make it seem like, oh yeah, and I'm laughing in your face and put lemon on the wound. You know, that's not what I'm trying to do at all. So the reason that people are the way that they are, according to research, is quite literally because people don't feel good on the inside. There's multiple reasons why people wouldn't feel good on the insides. They have low self-esteem, they have insecurities, they judge themselves, perfectionism, and every day they wake up and they're just feeling crummy. And so this crumminess is like a sweater that they wear or a blanket that they wear. So they go around life just exuding that negative energy. If you've ever been hungry and your friend usually does something, and this specific time, you're hungry, you're cranky, and they bothered you, so you lash out at them and you say something that you maybe shouldn't have. That is a great similarity and way to kind of grasp why it is that people are mean. It's because they feel like that all the time. They look in the mirror, they don't love themselves. If you don't love yourself, how do you expect yourself, your skin, your heart, your freaking the way you look, if you don't wake up and you're not grateful for what you have, and how can I ask of you to be nice if you're in a constant raging mood? If you feel like that and you don't even know what, like you just go living life like that. And these people that live their life like that have been living their life like that since they were little kids. Why? Because these type of people that are mean for no reason, grouchy for no reason, judgmental for no reason, is because their parents didn't love them conditionally. With that being said, your brain is really funny. It starts to believe the lies. It starts to believe, oh, well, I'm not good enough. Oh, well, if I'm not good enough, what makes you think that I'm going to see you, that you're good enough? You have this, you have that, you have this. And they will start pointing out insecurities and things that they don't like about themselves. Like if they had that, for example, if that woman was wearing that shirt and she imagines wearing that shirt and that shirt looks disgusting on her, then now that shirt looks disgusting on me. So why the fuck am I wearing that shirt? Babe, we're not the same person. You know, they lack that ability to see the world from another lens other than their own, because they don't know anything different. They've never been taught love. They were probably criticized by their mom. Scared me. They were probably criticized by their parents, by their mom. Oh, why are you wearing that? That shirt makes you look ugly. Oh, well, why are you have to lose weight, honey? Are you on a diet? Oh, your hair looks flat today. And they just view the world like that because that's how they learned love. That's their view of love. These people might not even mean harm at the end of the day because they have a very different concept of what love is. And if you don't do the healing work, if like I had a lot of work to do, and I'm not making this video to make it seem like I've always been a perfect princess and like I've never been a bitch. I have totally been a bitch in my life. I got called down to the counselor's office in middle school for literally bullying my best friend, what I called my best friend. Why? Because I felt insecure about myself. I was bullied in 5th grade, and not that any of these things are an excuse. That's what I'm saying. None of these things are an excuse, because as an adult, you have the ability to cognitively think about yourself and be self-aware and then move from there. So I'm not giving these people a pass, because you should know better, but at the same time, I understand where you're coming from now. I understand why you are the way you are, and I could show you a little bit more compassion, and I could understand myself that I have nothing to do with the fact that you think my shirt is ugly. I have nothing to do with the fact that you think by a 60 freaking second video that I'm not qualified to teach people how to stretch. What, you know what I mean? That has nothing to do with me and everything to do with that person, and they need to work on themselves. And I'm not going to let another person's perspective resemble and affect my inner world, because you could sit for a second and be like, damn, like, is that true? And then you just go from there, you know? Sometimes people do tell you right things and they do give you criticism. And criticism is beyond great, you know what I mean? But there is a line between, where is that coming from? Is that coming from love? Is that coming from hate? Is that coming from projections? Are you projecting your stuff on me? And even if they're projecting their stuff on me, you can view it in a sense of like, oh, well, maybe I could see where you're coming from. And then take it or leave it. It is what it is. People are going to be who they are. Insecurities are a root of that. Also, people that grow up in households that they scream and they fight and they argue a lot, and it's just kind of like a violent household. You know, that might be why your man hits you. Maybe that's all they know. They know how to resolve issues with their fists. They don't know how to talk to each other, because nobody in their freaking life ever picked up a damn self-help book, because it's wussy. It's I don't need help. I'm okay. We're okay. It's just ego. Science literally tells you that people are mean because they have literally insecurities about themselves, self-esteem issues. And something that I learned doing research here is that perfectionism has to do with low self-esteem. From personal experience, when I read that, I connected to that, because I myself am a perfectionist. And I felt that if something I didn't blow my mind, didn't feel like a Stephen King book, that's what I compare it to right now, because like Stephen King literally produces hit after hit, and I could pick up any book that he writes and enjoy it, even if it's not popular. Like, the man is a genius. And for me, I aspire my work to be good. If I don't practice, I'm not gonna get there. Like I said, Rome was not built in a day. So perfectionism, it can bring you down, because if you're constantly trying to reach for perfection all the time, like, you're never gonna reach it. There's always gonna be something wrong. Like, when I was looking at that mountain, it was like, damn, that mountain looks so crazy. And then I was on top of the mountain, and I'm like, oh damn, I could go higher, you know? Unless you're climbing Mount Everest, I don't know if you'd want to go higher than that. Like, I think you'd be pretty happy you didn't die. I said that because I'm a perfectionist. I feel like that's never really going to change. But loving myself, working on myself, and allowing myself grace, allowing myself the space to practice, the space for air, without completely just like, oh my God, well, you suck. You know what I mean? That has completely helped me. So if you're a perfectionist, I invite you to take a look at that and do your research, sit down with yourself, journal about why it is that you feel that you need to be perfect all the time. And if this video triggered you, your triggers are your biggest teacher. And I think that I'm going to trigger a lot of people with my channel. And I'm not going to back down. I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep humiliating myself and putting myself out there, because life is to create. At the end of the day, it's not that serious. We're all going to die anyways. So why not just do whatever the hell you want to do, right? that's gonna be my video today. I hope that you learned something. If you can lend a little compassion to those that are mean to you, people that don't like you for literally no reason. You're like, well, why don't they like me? I did nothing to them. It's because they have low self-esteem. They have insecurities. They don't feel good about themselves. They had a shitty upbringing. They don't know what love is. You know, at the end of the day, that sucks. Like, that sucks. And I don't want to pity anybody, because who the wants to be pitied? Like, I'm here to lift you up. I don't want to look down at you and be like, oh, well, no, I want to take your hand. I want to take you with me. And I want to give you a hug and tell you that everything's going to be okay. But sometimes people just don't open up in that sense. And most people maybe won't even attempt to do that. You know, maybe they'll have an offspring that will. And if they don't, they don't. It is what it is. We are where we are. I'm one person doing the best that I can. And that's all that I can do. And I'm quite proud of myself, because it's a really big change. And I have a little bit more compassion for people that want to see the world burn. An eye for an eye will turn the whole world blind. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Take only what you need, never more, never less. Don't be greedy, bitch. Bye.